Join Dalton and Jacob as they discuss the ever-changing world of trading card games. TCG Buzz starts now.
What's up, Buzz Squad? It's your boy Dalton, back at it again, talking more set previews, man, with the ginger from down under.
I'm not Australian. I am a lot of things.
Australian is
not
not
Australian.
one of them. Today we're gonna be talking about Blasing Overclash. Probably one of the most hyped sets. I don't know.
Is it one of the best sets ever? Maybe.
We'll have to do something about that some other time.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
I do feel a little off my rhythm today because we are starting a little earlier than we usually do, but that's because we've got another live stream happening after this for Gaming Buzz, our other channel we run about video games. If you guys are interested in that, I'll throw a link when that starts on our Discord. That's going to be pretty fun. We're talking about how E3 doesn't matter ever again. Thanks for putting up with me plugging something. So what are we actually doing? We're talking about Blasing Overclash.
Yes, we are. We're going to be talking about cards in it. You know, cards that stand out to us. If you guys got anything, you can let us know in chat or super chat it because we do got that, you know, if you want to help out your boys. Otherwise, we do have our Patreon or shop that you can check out. All links in the description down below. See that nice plug right there. But yeah, we're going to be talking about cards. It is a combination of two different sets that Japan got. You have the Clash. I see where they get half the name from. Bots versus Gear God, and the Succession Buddyfight pack, right?
Yes.
If I'm right with that name.
That is right.
Seems right. Where do they get the Blazing Over? That's besides the point. The name aside, even though it doesn't really make sense for the other half of it, it should be a fun set. It should be a really fun set.
Yeah, sometimes when we do these overviews, we end up talking more about the set as a whole and what it represents. And we're not going to really be doing that this time. One, we already kind of discussed that in our last episode going into the meta deep dive. It's a great set, very powerful, and it's going to slow the meta game down a little bit. But we're not going to go through that today. Besides what you just heard. Instead, we are just talking about specific cards because there are so many cool cards in this set. I don't know if we're going to organize it based off of which set they come out of or just throw them in a random order.
I like that randomness. That sounds pretty good right there. So, do you want me to start this off?
Yes.
It's going to be a little convoluted today. I'm too lazy to open up Buddy Spoiler, so I'm going to have Jacob do all that over there.
I do hope you start with the one card you already have.
What, the Light Spectre Yamigeto Mikazuchi?
Maybe.
Don't worry. Once you get the set open, it's going to be like top row.
Yeah, see.
So you're fine.
See, I may or may not have forgotten to actually open up the set list. So.
Most important thing is we got another size 3 Yamigeto to go in the Haigakugan deck, which is nice. And the fact that it counter calls one, I believe, from deck. Once Jacob gets up there.
Got it. I am good. We have Light Spectre Yamigeto Mikazuchi. His buddy rare looks cool. I wonder what we're getting in English. He's an 8/2/8. Call cost of put one or more 100 demon monsters from your field into its soul and pay 2 gauge. At the end of your turn, you may pay 1 life. If you do, call a monster with Yamigeto and its card name from your hand or drop zone on top of this card without paying its call cost.
I was off. My bad.
Thunder Mine. When a card on your opponent's field attacks alone, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Double attack Soul Guard.
That's a spicy card right there. Not only does it work with Haigakugan, making it a little easier to call him, maybe we might have to check out the rulings for that once that's out officially. But also, oh no, I gotta remember this one's name. The newest Haigakugan. Wow, the newest Yamigeto that's actually out. The one that adds Thundermine from deck to soul.
Yeah, and let's talk about that Thundermine. Thundermine for years has not been good, and I've always said they need Thundermines that are going to happen no matter what. I mean, a single monster attacking is something that's going to happen pretty much every game, and non-once per turn Thundermines are amazing, and this is one of them. That's great.
Mm-hmm. They're basically all on the Yamigetos, which is a little sad, but it's whatever. We'll get over it. But it's going to be a really great card. Do you want me to go into my next card since it should be like right there for you as well?
Yes, that would be awesome.
Great Catalysm. You can only cast it when you have 20 or more cards in drop. Hint, hint, Haigakugan. Counter. Return all cards in drop to your deck, and then I forget the rest of the effect. And all that matters is the whole returning of 20 cards.
You got so close, man. You want to cast this if you have a size 3 Yamigeto on your field? Duh. 20 or more cards in your drop zone. Counter. It's at counter speed, guys. Please remember that. That's probably the most important part.
Thank God it's a 100 demon card and can't be used in other things.
Return all cards from your hand, drop zone, and gauge into your deck and shuffle your deck. Then draw 6 cards. Put the top 2 cards of your deck into your gauge, and your life becomes 10. This card's
Wait.
insane.
Back it up.
Yeah?
You're telling me this is a free Miseria? That's not once per game?
It is a one-sided Miseria. It's only your field.
Well, that's all that matters for Haigakugan.
But it's... I mean, you could literally make this card, return your cards from your drop zone, draw 6 cards, because that's basically what it is. Counter speed for free, outside of the cost of returning your drop zone. Draw 6 and make your life 10.
It's a very good card. Very good.
That's nuts. It really, really is. Makes me glad I like spell knolls.
Well, since we're basically in the succession, you just want to kind of continue within that trend?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, most of mine are going to be dual world cards except for one. So is that going to make your life easier if I just rattle those all off?
Sure.
All right. Miko. Because I'm not trying to remember her entire name. Priestess something.
Tying together fates and dreams, Miko. That is a long name. I hope we get a shorter one.
Yes. And what? You can pitch it to protect your item. It doesn't care what item it is, as long as it's an item, which is not only great for Electro Deities, but also any dungeon deck. And the fact that it's a better... Ooh, now I got to remember that Abigail's name. You know which Abigail I'm talking about. Battle Ruler or Battle Zone?
I do not know.
Because it's basically a free negate and drop that gains you 3 life. Yay! More life gain in Katana World. You know, the world that wasn't supposed to get that. Hence why it's...
Oh my gosh, this card is going to be so painful to play against.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, don't they have that one size 2 ninja who puts a monster from the deck into the drop zone?
Skull Warrior.
Oh, it's a Skull Warrior. That's
right?
So I think this single card makes them the greatest stall and life gain deck we've got. They've replaced Blue Sky Knights.
What?
Yeah.
Nah, you can never replace Blue Sky Knights. But yeah, just
not
being able to
like play against.
Well, it's not even that. It's generic.
They're going to tilt so many.
You don't get it. It's generic.
Yeah, I know.
So you can throw it into Onis, and the Onis will never deck out, hopefully. I'm trying to think about that. Water, because Aquafina. Ninjas, if ninjas ever make a comeback.
Japanese blades, so they don't get their one item destroyed that lets them dual wield, and then if that one's destroyed, you're like, oh.
Right. Does it say being removed from field, or...
It's making me do more work.
Well, I just want to make sure it's clarified, because if it leaves the field, it even protects Excelblade? Yeah, Excelblades. No. Is that their archetype name?
Hang on. I need to make a joke.
Oh, you need to make a joke now.
Yes. So let me make sure I get the right card name.
But yes, it's going to be a fantastic card. There's like No doubting about it. It is going to be a pain in our... Can I say it the British way? Or will that still get us hit?
I don't know, man.
In our butts. We'll just go with that because that should be safe.
So what I was going to say is this card was actually designed so that you can start playing 5 Heavenly Swords Onimaru again.
Ooh.
The one that kills itself after its attacks and whatnot from like season 1. Never mind, it wasn't funny.
I noticed because I'm not laughing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you get my next card because I know you wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, this is one that was on both of our lists, and this is a shout out for our boy Will. We have Holy Sword of Innocence, Kaisetsu. He is Dual World and Legend World. He's the guy who plays Sword Boys.
Leviathan, correct.
Whatever. Lav.
What is it? Counter from hand, placed into the soul of a hero. Or no, a card on field. My bad.
I got this.
All right.
Come on, man. I've got it pulled up right here. During your turn, put this card from your hand into the soul of an adventurer or hero on your field.
Oh, that's half right.
If you do, stand that card. So that's amazing right out, and I'll explain why in a second. If this card's in the soul of a monster or item on your field, that card gets Soul Guard. That's also good.
Nice.
So when you're looking at these dual world cards, you got to consider both parts, and it's automatically going to be a decent staple in any adventurer-focused decks. I think Knights could use it because they're
all adventurers, yes.
Right. Yeah, they're already so multi-attack focused. I think they're a good outlet for it, and there are a couple others. But let's talk about this in the Sword deck in Legend World. This card is amazing. It's a monster, so it's a hand trap basically. So it gets around their weird things with monsters. It's a monster you actually run, but it's really just a spell. I don't think this card will ever be played to the field.
If you do, you must have bricked hard.
Yeah, no kidding. But I think the best thing about it is, yeah, sure, it gives the thing Soul Guard, but its best use is as anti-resting material. So when you've got your item on the board, maybe you haven't gotten your full setup yet, maybe it's first turn and your opponent rests your things. Now you can counterstand your thing and continue to be the aggro deck that you love to be.
That is true. That is true. And then, my next card, we got Grimoire on the list. Finally appears in his human form on a card. And he is nasty, my guy. Just nasty.
Yeah. Is that the segue to?
Yes, that was.
Nice. Secretive Dark Doctor Grimoire. 4,000 power, 2 critical, 4,000 defense.
Nice.
He's also a chaos.
We'll get into it. We'll get into that.
We got to curb that one for a second. If there is an item on your field with soul, reduce the size of this card on the field by 2.
He's a size 2, so it becomes a size 0.
All items on your field cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects or returned to hand by your opponent's card effects.
That's nice. That's very nice.
When this card attacks, put a card from your drop zone into the soul of an adventurer or plague on your field. If you do, gain 1 life and draw a card.
Wait. I didn't hear a once per turn on that.
There is none.
Okay. Yes, he doesn't have double attack or anything like that. And if there's a way to do it in Magic World besides, what is it called? Is it Bird Magic that stands?
Yeah, but only Deity Dragon Tribes.
Yeah.
If
we get a generic one in Magic World or in generic world, he'll be extra broken. But the fact that you can have 2 on board and do it, Plague is going turbo.
He's really good. Like, there are other good Plague cards from the other side of the set, but this card alone makes Plague a threat again. Like, it's exactly what they needed. Some draw power and some acceleration of the souls. That's all they needed.
Yep, you should know, playing against 2 Plague players all the time.
Yes. My life is wonderful.
Next, we have the next $40 to $50 card. Oh, wait, we don't do price checks here. My bad. Iris Lilac,
We did talk about that one briefly in the last episode as well.
but it's just that
But
being good.
yeah, it is. So Iris Lilac, it's a spell. Only cast it during your turn. Drop a soul from a card on your field. Counter, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put one from among them into your hand and the remaining cards into your gauge. You can only use it once per turn. It is a Star Dragon World, Dungeon World card, and a 100 Demon.
So wait. We got a... Wouldn't really be a Daryl, would it? No, it is a Daryl, right? It's
Yeah.
Daryl. It's Daryl.
Yeah.
Or Goryu.
Yep. At counter speed.
At counter. Dude, that's gonna be crazy.
It is.
That's gonna be so crazy.
I'd also, again, like to say that it has probably my least favorite art of any Buddy Fight card ever.
No, it's almost perfect. There's just one too many characters on it.
Oh, I just don't like how generic it is. Like the card's called Iris Lilac. Like you could do so many cool things with that. Like make it a flower with eyeballs or something.
Or an eyeball with a iris.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a flower. I don't.
flower.
They could do lots of cool things. What
There
does
was-
the name even mean?
There's a lot of things. We won't get into that. Do you have any other dual world or non-world cards?
Let me check. No.
No? All right. Next is what? Dungeon?
Dungeon.
All right. Do you have any dungeon world cards?
I have a couple. Yes.
All right. I'll start off. We got my boy.
I got bamboozled.
Yes, you did. We got my boy. He's back again. We got that Blade Wing Phoenix. Whew.
Are you gonna actually read that one off since you've got it right there?
Hold on. Let me flip my pages a little bit.
He's doing this analog style, guys.
Yeah, man. We got Phoenix of Deity Technique, Blade Wing Phoenix. Call cost. Put an adventure and a dungeon enemy from your field into discard soul and pay 2 gauge. At the start of your attack phase, if you have an adventure and another dungeon enemy on your field, draw 2 cards, and this card gets quad attack, man. And let me say his stats real quick. 8, I believe 3, 8.
Yep.
Wait, now let me emphasize the defense there. 8,000.
One.
He has legs.
He has legs.
He has a booty. And then, on attack, gain a life, deal a damage, and then soul guard counter attack, and move,
So-
which is cool.
Hang on.
And penetrate.
Let me process part of that for a second. You telling me he's got penetrate with 3 critical and deals a damage to the opponent every time he attacks
Yeah,
and has quadruple attack.
yeah.
So that means on his own, well, you have to have the
You have to meet the conditions.
but
yes,
on his own he hits up to 16 crit.
16 damage. Say that.
Well, yeah, damage.
Yeah. Yes, this is very true.
Ouch.
And then, even though I'm not going to talk about the card, but talk about the card, it's weird. There's a new night card that's coming out that basically gives your dungeon enemies, right? Yeah, that gives your dungeon enemies the ability to hit all monsters, which is dumb.
Yeah,
It's
guys.
dumb.
When did dungeon enemies become Ozzy to Haka? When did that happen? was
Blasing Overclash. That's when it happened.
That was a bit of a curveball, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. It looks like somebody wants us to talk about Brutal. Brutal is questionable.
Actually, you and I had a long conversation over Curry, discussing whether or not we thought he was good.
Adventures, possibly. Not going to doubt that. Dual Golems, in my opinion, will never see play.
I think it will see a tiny bit of play if your deck's not focused on the FTK.
When is your deck not focused on the FTK?
I know that sounds
What are you talking
but there
about?
are some people who like to play dual golems a little less focused on that, and he's
You're right.
Good-ish.
That's the Lost World variant, which is all about draws. He doesn't draw you
10 out of
cards.
10.
So he's already out of the picture again.
Yeah, I honestly don't think he's very good. Like, in theory, I like him.
The only way he would have made it into Dual Golems if it was more Globes-like, where on his attack you can give a card the crit. So he can choose himself. Then he would see all the play.
Yeah, he
All
can't
to
choose
play.
himself, which
He
is the
can't
problem.
choose himself, which is the problem.
And it makes him, and that's the problem. The problem with it is that makes him 100% useless on turn 1.
Yep.
If you're going first, he's just a dead card. You're not going to play him because you don't want him to die yet. He sucks on turn 1 if you're going first.
Very true.
But he's still interesting.
Yep. Well, now let's go back to the rest of the Dungeon World, and you can talk, because I only really had Blade Wing, because...
I will save the best for last for Dungeon World. So I'm going to talk
I already
about...
talked about the best.
Oh.
I'm joking.
I'm going to talk about Glory Burst first.
Glory Burst, yes, please. What it do? What it do?
It's a spell.
Okay.
It is Knight, Get, and Summon. I love the random word ones, which is... Okay.
It's a random summon. That's all that matters.
Pay a gauge. Choose one of the following 2. Only cast it once per turn. Put up to 1 card with Mission in its card name from your deck into your hand and shuffle your deck. Or counter, call a night monster from your drop zone by paying its call cost.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to be talking about a different spell.
Maybe, but this is the one I chose.
Yeah. It's there. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to use it to see what I can do for shenanigans and knights. Mission spells and adventurers, should be fun.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to bring it up isn't necessarily about the card itself. It's just that I love this card design. I love the idea of this card that has inherent use for the entire world, but also has an additional effect for knights specifically. I think that's an amazing idea they should do more of. Also, I think mission spells, mission cards, whatever you want to call them, are single-handedly the most unique thing about Dungeon World that in the past couple of years has been really underutilized. So I'm glad to see some more support for that.
It depends on the deck. But yeah, it is a really neat card. Can't wait to use it. What else you got for us?
You are done with Dungeon World, right?
Yes.
All right. You guys knew I had to talk about it, right? It's in the thumbnail. It's the best card in the set. Our boy, Corgi,
Whoa. I don't know about best card in the set. Maybe in that half of the set. I don't know about best
Can you
card
at least give him best art of both sets?
No.
I mean, he's a
I definitely
He can't even hold his bowstring with his little paws.
I can't even do that, man, because there's one that kicks it out of the water.
Corgi Cobalt, which probably should be reversed in English. Kobold, Corgi sounds better, I think. He's a kobold monster, which, oh my god, they brought back kobolds. I'm so excited.
Are you Bane now from
Yes.
The Dark Knight?
You were only molded by the kobolds. I was born. I've been wanting these guys to come back since they first were introduced in Drum's Adventure. They are my favorite thing about Dungeon World by far. And not only did they bring them back, they brought them back with a Corgi, which is awesome and adorable, with amazing art, who's actually good and is going to see play.
All right, read his effect, because I just want to see something with it.
So he's a size 0, 2/1/1. He's a dungeon enemy, of course. Call cost, pay 1 life. When this card is called from your hand, call up
very important
1 size 1 adventurer with 4,000 power from your deck by paying its call cost and shuffle your deck.
Wait. You mean to tell me I can toolbox out Kazane?
Yeah.
Or I can toolbox out I'm forgetting the new one, the one that basically gives your dungeon enemies Aussie hits.
Yep.
Or insert card name here.
The Searcher for Traps?
Searcher for Traps, yeah.
This is awesome. Who knew that we'd get a 4,000 festival retrain in Dungeon World?
Dude. Where's my 4,000 fest?
And it does have a second ability. At the end of the battle of an adventurer or dungeon enemy with this card in its soul, destroy up to 1 card on your opponent's field. That's neat, but it's kind of irrelevant to the rest of it. Corgi's a chain caller, and there are so many different combos you can do with him and so many different interesting cards you can, like decks you can tech him into. He's really going to be fun. I like his card design so much, almost as much as his art.
It's going to be a real fun time with him. Be prepared for construct, guys. That's all I'm going to say. That deck profile will come. What else you got in Dungeon World, sir?
That's it.
Did you want to just talk about the draw spell? just because it's there.
There's a draw spell? Oh yeah, no, that card's
That's
really
the
good.
that's the card that I thought you were going to talk about.
No, that card's crazy. We're talking about Friends Connect, right?
I don't remember its name. Sure.
This one?
Sure.
Nice one on steroids? Is that the one? I hope so.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to read because it's really cool. You only cast this card if you have an adventurer or dungeon enemy on your field. That's pretty easy.
Right.
Pay 1 gauge, draw 2 cards. If the card ended there, it would see play.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
I keep going.
Then, if an adventurer and dungeon enemy on your field, still not very hard to do, draw a card. So,
Wait. Did you just tell me we got to draw 3?
we got to draw 3 for a single gauge that has a ridiculously easy requirement. And even if you don't hit that requirement, you still get to draw 2.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good to me.
That's pretty great.
All right. Anything else? Anything that you might have forgotten, Dungeon World, on the whole succession
No.
side? All right. Let's see here. Oh, wait. My list ends there. What's next?
Star Dragon. That's
Nothing. Got it.
no.
I'm joking.
I got some
I'm-
cards to talk about.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
I got
Hit us
three-
with it. Hit
I
us
got
with it.
3 cards to discuss.
Let's go.
Card number 1 is Star Bright Soul. I stand corrected. This is the worst art of the set. That's awful.
Yeah, you just got to get rid of the character, and I think it's already 10,000 times better.
It's still bad.
No,
What
I'm
are
not-
we?
I'm not-
Y Schwartz? Come on, guys. Get better art, please. Spell card. Pay 1 gauge. Choose and use one of the following 2. You only use it once per turn. Put up to 1 item with release condition from your deck into your hand and shuffle your deck. Or put up to 2 Drago arms or monsters with Jackknife in its card name from your drop zone into your hand. This card's incredible. Sure, it's going to see play in Jackknife, but it's going to be a 4 of Staple and Zodiac.
Oh, please, yes.
Absolutely, Zodiac's going to be the best deck of the format. I'm calling it again. People don't believe me. It's going to be good. And also, what it's really there for, put 2 Drago arms from your drop zone into your hand. I'm going to say it. It's variable chord support.
You done said it, man. I didn't even think about that because I saw Star Dragon World and I stopped caring. But you right.
I love
Wait.
how-
I'm gonna mention your most hated flag, depending on its attributes.
It is not a dragon.
Well, never mind.
It's only a get. As in, you get a really OP card. Second card. We're going to blast through these ones.
Are you gonna put it on yourself though?
No.
I see.
Yeah.
See, I'll just mouth it.
Calvados SD. This is a Prism Dragon monster. This card's really good. So it's 2,000 power, 1 critical, 1,000 defense. It's got 2 skills. If you would call a Prism Dragon from your hand, the gauge cost is reduced by 2. And when this card enters the field, you may discard a hand card. If you do, put up to 1 Prism Dragon with a Thora in its card name or a defense item from your deck into your hand and shuffle your deck. Now, people would go, oh, yeah, it's more, consistency boosting. Yay, right? But no, this card's really, really important. Do you know why?
No, I don't know why. I'm waiting for you to tell me.
It is anti-antimatter cloud.
Huh?
It is anti-antimatter cloud.
Say again?
It's anti-antimatter cloud.
I don't know if there's enough A's in there.
Antimatter Cloud is one of the best cards to use against Prism Dragons. They actually lose quite often to decks that have access to it because the deck's a size 3 deck, but also most of your Athoras have really high gauge costs. So if you're going first and you try to slat down your Athora, the Antimatter Cloud, it goes bye-bye, and then you just get ran over by a train. It's a really bad situation to be in, and this card on its own gains you so much value by reducing the gauge cost by 2 and searching out an Athora that you don't have to worry about that first turn Antimatter Cloud anymore, as long as you see it. So that's pretty great on its own, and it's already a good card.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic card. Prism Dragons are coming back, which is surprising, if you ask me. You know, 5th Omnis in the last set, now Prisms, and Knights, and Adventurers, and Dungeon Mix, and 100 Demons.
And Demon Lords.
Well, let me rephrase that. Demon Lords, 100 Demons are finally coming into meta.
Yeah. And then the last Star Dragon World card I have is Sunlight Heavenly Crystal Dragon Aldo Athora, the new Athora from the set, just because it's
Athora?
so over the top. Now, to be clear, there is another new Athora, but it's technically in the other half.
Oh, yeah.
Just one of those awkward things when we mix
That
two
awkward
sets.
moment.
Yeah. At least it's not Damios from Evolution and Mutation. So call cost, pay 3 gauge and put the top 2 cards of your deck into your soul. Gee, look, it's basically the same call cost printed on 18 other different Athoras. This card on the field cannot be destroyed, and you cannot be dealt damage by card effects, again, like all Athoras. It's got double attack and soul guard, again, like, you see what I'm saying? But what sets it apart is its overturn, because it's so over the top, it's hilarious.
It has an overturn?
Yes. It's overturn. Drop a hand card during your opponent's turn. For this turn, all Prism Dragons on your field cannot be destroyed or leave the effect by your opponent or leave the field by your opponent's card effects, and they get plus 1 million defense.
Huh?
Plus 1 million defense.
No. I wanted you to reread the entire effect because that's all BS.
Discard a hand card. Your opponent's doing nothing this turn. In a deck that already has, what's it called? Asterism effect, which basically does the same thing by discarding 2 cards. Except not giving the defense boost, just protecting from the destruction or whatever. But now you have both. Prism Dragons are going to be really annoying.
Welcome to the Star Dragon meta. Does that wrap it up for the succession side?
Yes, it does.
All right.
So, stall while I pull up the other side.
Moving on over to Clash Bots versus Gear God, which is going to be a lot of good reprints. I know Jacob's going to want to talk about those, mainly because nothing else is popping out to him because he's not a true man of chaos.
Yeah, actually, like, I don't think I've ever owned a single deck for any of the things supported here. Like, I guess Abigail? I haven't owned an Abigail deck in 2 years, but...
You've owned a Prism Dragon deck.
Oh, yeah. Prism Dragons are in this set.
Forgot about that.
The problem here is the Prism Dragon stuff is so overshadowed by the other sets Prism Dragon stuff, you know?
And technically, you've played Thunder Empire.
Yes, but I stole that deck from Christian.
I never said you had it. I just said you played it.
Yes. All right, go ahead.
All right, where to start? What's easiest for you right now? What's the first world?
Chaos stuff.
Chaos stuff. All right, you got anything?
No.
Okay. Besides Chaos Gear, that's getting reprinted as an SP.
All right, you know what? Screw it. We'll just do the reprints first.
All right, let's do the reprints.
You got Chaos Gear, which used to be very expensive as a double rare, and Jacob never sold his copies of.
Which is coming out as an SP, so it's gonna not do anything.
Also,
Yay.
Warlord Sword release is exactly the same.
Yes, it's basically Bots X Link and the Dragon Shields.
Yeah. Also, you have Population Reduction, which wasn't...
Fantastic reprint.
Yeah, it's a good
Fantastic reprint.
It wasn't like a high rarity card before, just super sought after.
Where did it come from? Because did it come from a trial deck?
No, I think it was in
Can't remember.
the first set with Chaos in it.
Ah, you're right.
Sphere is getting reprinted, who is getting very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
As is Globes, who's kind of not as good as he once was, but he's still pretty good.
Well, you can only do so much.
That is... how could I forget our boy Daryl? Daryl's getting reprinted. Like, every one of these cards are good reprints. Every one of them is good.
It came out of Dual Chest. I knew it came out of a deck. It came out of Dual Chest. That's why it's so sought out, because it's a really weird way to get it.
The only other card I wish we had gotten reprinted was the other big Chaos card from that, the Orzer Klein retrain. That would have been a good one to throw in.
That would have been a good one. That would have been a good one. Or maybe giving us a real Bots X-Link reprint. But that's besides the point. That's besides the point. So we're ready to get into my... I only have 3 cards, guys. I'm sorry. It's only 3 most important to me. Are you ready?
Yep.
What's the first roll? Dungeon? Not dungeon. Danger? Well, it's probably not. It's probably...
It's ancient.
Ancient. I have nothing in ancient.
Then danger.
Then danger. We got Mercenaries, Pride, Drago. I want to do all the drawing, please. Come to me and draw.
So he's got 10,000 power.
Yeah.
Critical and 2,000 defense.
Right. Gives all dual golems +1 crit while he's on board.
Hooray.
Same as OG.
And, when a dual golem on your field is destroyed, you gain 2 life. And then if it's your turn, draw a card and stand this card.
Oh,
so now once per turn.
Yeah.
And it's got move, penetrate, soul guard.
Yeah. I think that's still the same as the last one.
Yeah.
So basically, because I remember there was the whole scary part about its original translation, because it used to say draw 4 cards, which would have been dumb.
Hello, new irregular list.
New irregular list. Hello, Lost World Engine 2.0.
I mean, it still even works as it is. It's still absurd draw power.
But going second, dual golems are going to be scary. You're going to call OG overkill, call new one on top, and then just do your things and then make your opponent cry. That's all I see. It's going to be a great card. I can't wait. Dual golems still being that perfect rogue deck to just go out there. I'm going to hit you for big stuff. Very good. Very good. Next card. What's the next world?
Darkness Dragon.
I said next world.
Darkness Dragon.
I said next world.
Dragon.
Next world.
Dungeon.
Next world.
Hero.
Next world.
Katana.
Katana. All right. We have Underhanded Means untranslated. That's not the actual name. It's partway there.
There it is.
Yes.
Got it. It was the spell card.
Yes.
It's
just
a
not
spell card.
It's not fully translated, but it's Underhanded Means. It's all that matters. And it's a drop a card from soul at counter speed to draw 2 and I believe gain 2 life.
Yes.
There goes Onis again, getting fantastic spell cards. Like always, making the deck even bigger.
At this point, you're going to have to run a 200 card Oni deck.
No, stop it. I got rid of the deck for that reason. Stop it, Jacob.
All right.
But it's going to be a great card for the deck. Hopefully it pushes it up to see more play. It's kind of hard to say just because of how I feel the deck has so many great cards that it's almost impossible to find the right ratios that you really want to play to make sure you have everything in there. But that's my own opinion. You can disagree with me, you can agree with me, you can be like, you're not half wrong, whatever.
You're all the way wrong.
I already said disagree, so you already hit on that.
Sorry.
What do you feel about that card? What do you feel?
It's in a deck that already is filled with good cards. It's kind of hard to be like, oh my gosh, a new good card for Onis, because all their cards are good.
Exactly.
But it is really good.
Mm-hmm. And now, I'm just gonna say the card because best art, best card, best girl. Chaos Sylph.
Yeah. We don't have to say anything else. You guys don't care what it does.
I care what it does.
No.
It's the whole point.
Okay, fine. It's a chaos monster and also a wider Sakal and a fairy.
Oh, baby.
It is a 1/1/1 size 3.
Ooh, I love those stats. Come on. Give them to me. Give them to me.
All right. Put any number of monsters on your field into this card's soul and pay 2 gauge. I did not know Sylph was a Yamigeto.
No, she's a Sylph. She's a fairy. She can do whatever she wants.
Okay. Counter, act. Call this card from your hand by paying its call cost.
Yep. What else? What else you got?
If there are 10 or more cards in your drop zone, this card gets plus 15,000 power, 15,000 defense, and plus 2 critical. It also has triple attack and soul guard.
Whoa!
Oh no.
Woo! Rest in peace, headphone users. I'm sorry, but dang, she a good girl right there. And that art. Come on, show them the art. I know you want to show them the art.
All right.
It's, even though
it's in the thumbnail.
Even though it's on the thumbnail, I want you to show that art.
Pick the best 2 cards for the thumbnail. I'm just saying, guys, like,
get it up there. Just look at that. Look at that. I hope it's a triple rare to capitalize on everything, but
probably not. Actually, I can check. I just remembered that's something I have the power to do.
It's gonna be.
Oh, it is a triple rare.
It's gonna be great in chaos just because. Fantastic in your typical Sylph decks because they're no longer called Widers of Call or Fairy. They're just Sylph, and yeah, that's about it. You know, maybe toilets. Debatable. Without Menjo, toilets are no longer the same. Rest in peace, my guy. Hashtag bring back Menjo.
I'm surprised you're not bringing up any of the other Plague support.
I missed Magic World. That's what it was.
Yeah.
My bad. Set spell. Infection Hazard. I know I was forgetting something.
Yeah? Do you want me to read it?
Yes.
Okay. It's a set spell. Plague spells you cast cannot be nullified. Get out of here.
Well, that's it, guys. End of stream.
So literally the card could say nothing else, right?
Yeah, basically. That's all you needed. That's all you needed.
Honestly, that's already ridiculous that they'd give that to Plague.
Chest break's gonna be nice.
Oh, that hurts so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so bad. Like, the worst is going to be when your opponent doesn't play it, but you're in your turn, and they've been, like, building up. The game's been going on for a while, and you know they're going to get it next turn, but it's okay because you got that spell no on hand.
And then they say, and
they go, well, I could use it to nullify the set spell, but then I die.
Yep.
So when you cast the spell...
There's more?
Yeah, there's more.
Oh, fantastic.
When you cast a spell, choose up to one plague item or monster on your field and drop the top card of your deck. If the card dropped is a plague spell, you may put that card into the selected card's soul.
More ramp! Woo. Woo. Woo.
Oh, that's a bit insane, man. Not gonna lie.
Feels good to be a plague player. That's all I gotta say. It feels good.
This card is as important to Plague as a meta strategy as Max Dragon's Nullify was for them.
Oh yeah, we can't forget about the most important thing about it. You can set multiple, I believe.
Let me see. You can.
It's dumb.
Also, remember, guys, Magic World is one of the best world to have set spells in. You have the 172 pillars monster who can toolbox them out if you really need extra copies. That's just a fun interaction I'm throwing out there. Also, you could even search it with a Mary Sue. So yeah, is that the last card we have to talk about?
Well, I guess we can talk about the new Yesenius.
All right, go ahead.
The fact that it's OG Yesenius without the overkill and it becomes a size 0. That's basically it. You can still cast spells from its soul.
You summarized it very well.
Well, I may have memorized it.
Yeah, that is exactly correct.
And I know there's another size 0 that comes out with them, but I don't remember what it does.
I don't remember being very impressed by it. Let's see.
It's a mediocre card.
Plague Caster Nera, 3/1/1, size 0. And choose a card on your opponent's field. You may drop a plague from your hand. If you do, rest the chosen card. Then if there is an item on your field with plague in its soul, for this turn, the chosen card can't stand. See, that sounds good.
It is good. Don't get it twisted. It is a good card. It's just maybe in stats deck. It might work in stats deck.
I'd rather in turbo, though.
But in turbo version, it's too slow. Yeah. It's too slow. It's still a good card. Was there anything else that you might have saw while browsing through that may have caught your attention at all? Besides how crappy the overturn Abigail is, in our opinion.
Yeah, it kind of is, to be honest.
Because when you get that first one was just too dang good, man. Got so good that it had to get hit to 1.
Like, it's cool because it's overthrow, not overturn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it's overthrow.
like,
It's overthrow.
It's
What?
not
Just,
really.
just read it off. I just want to know its
Alright.
effect. Just its effect. Just
So
the
the-
overthrow.
The overthrow during each player's attack phase. Really weird wording on that. I don't know why. Return a black dragon with set from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck and pay 1 gauge. For this fight, all cards on your opponent's field get -5, -5, -1 crit. Now, I like that it's a permanent debuff. I think this is the first card ever to do that.
For the entire fight, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is the first.
But what's the point? Like, I get it. You're trying to slow him down, but wouldn't you rather just turbo? I don't know. Like, in this case, I really think that's the deal here. Like, how many occasions will you be able to have this thing and use its ability and you're not already winning?
My question for it is, why did it have to specify black dragon set? If it just specified set, it could have been basically broken because then cursed dragons would use it.
Ouch.
But otherwise,
I do like how generic it is to play
kind
the
of.
field. That's nice.
Yeah.
And it's cheap, which is nice for black dragons, but I think it's only okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll stop there with ours. If you guys want, in the last couple minutes here, to give us a request for a card to talk about, go ahead.
Gear God?
Gear God?
Yeah.
Gear God.
I see that one. But before you talk about Gear God, I think we should take a moment and talk about wisdom.
Wisdom.
Because nothing really matters about his effects, even though I believe he makes all your cards cite zeros.
Wisdom's so dumb, man.
But he's a Dungeon World card with Chaos Territory for Demon Lords. Stupid.
Why? Why was that a thing?
Stupid.
Okay, now back to the
Back to the
back
Gear
to your previously scheduled.
card.
All right,
What you got? What you got? What you got?
I have messed up. One
Messed up.
second.
Did you go to the mini Gear God?
No,
Ah.
I got it. Is it the Gear God and Wisdom? No, that's a spell. I'm being stupid. There he is.
Hey, there we go.
I just had to make sure it wasn't a mini Gear God. So we're talking about Vanguard of Chaos, Gear God version 0, right?
Sounds about right.
All right. 70,000 power, 3
Okay.
critical, 7,000 defense, pay 3 gate. He's a size 90.
Okay.
Okay. Pay 3 gauge. At the start of each player's attack phase, call up to 1 size 3 or lower chaos monster from your hand or drop zone without paying its call cost. Chaos Drain. If this card would leave the field, you may destroy a size 3 or less on your field. If you do, it remains on the field. Overkill Reboot. Drop a hand card during an attack on your opponent's turn. Nullify the attack. Then, if your opponent's cards attack 4 or more times during this turn, end the turn. Chaos Territory, double attack. This is kind of unique. It's not that great, I don't think. It's decent.
It's going to see play.
But-
One way or the other.
It's unique because it's, I believe, the first card we have ever gotten that hard ends the turn, not ending the phase. Which is interesting to know the rulings on whether or not, like, at the start of final phase kind of triggers still trigger. Does the final phase happen or is it skipped?
I think it would be, in my vast knowledge of very few card games, I think it's just, that's it. That's whatever. No need for anything else.
He's good.
He is
It's not,
He's good.
he's like a 7 out of 10.
I don't feel like talking about the Yuga. It's basically just G-Evo. That's basically what it is. Say it how it is. But otherwise,
It's
any
gonna be
other
fun
cards?
Adventurers.
Any other cards? Throw them in chat. Super chat them if you must. Otherwise, we'll be ending the stream.
Yeah, so if you're still hanging around, at the end of this live stream in chat with us. Check out the other live stream we'll be doing over on Gaming Buzz. Just because, plug that again. You can keep hanging out and chat with us. I'll put a link in our Discord server. I'm trying to think if we have any other news or anything that I could share in this downtime. No. Oh, yeah. If you guys haven't seen our game show stuff, please go see that. It's on the Newsmakers Fun channel. Episode 2 went live a couple of days ago where I am the host of a game show and Dalton is one of the contestants on it. It's a really fun time. You should check it out.
Huh?
Yeah, game show.
When did we start this? I'm joking. Check it out. I actually left the YouTube thing, so I don't know.
Oh, Miseria and Joker.
Oh, yes. The Joker's actually really cool. It's a free Joker, both on normal call and discard call. Gains triple attack. Miseria does Miseria things?
So it's like a retrain of the original Miseria, not any of the more recent ones like Overturn. He's got a call cost of putting up to 2 spells from your drop into his soul and paying 2 gauge. The soul of Demon Lord on your field cannot be dropped by your opponent's card effects. During your final phase, when you set an impact, you get another attack phase once per turn. At the beginning of each player's turn, deal 1 damage to your opponent. Double attack, soul guard, lifelink 2. This card was designed to be used with that 1 Demon Lord impact, and that's kind of amazing because I thought that card would be lost to time.
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah.
I personally think that's a really cool combo and was going to be really fun and interesting to see builds of. I also think the Ice Blade Joker is pretty mediocre.
It is mediocre, but it's still nice. It's free-ish.
Yeah.
Well, it's freer than the rest, but, you know.
And I think that's a good point to wrap it up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing else in chat you're seeing at all?
Not really, no.
No?
I do see one for bots. So let me grab that real quick, and we'll end on that card.
All right.
Okay. So, why not? We covered Gear God already, right?
Yes, we already covered Gear.
So, might as well cover bots too.
Right.
That is, I don't know if they meant the Chaos bots or the. Is there a normal one? Wait. Yeah, I don't know.
People are asking.
Yeah, no,
72.
I'm assuming they're meaning the normal one because they would have said, Chaos bots. If not, I hope.
Well,
yeah. So put a Thunder Empire from your field into the drop zone and pay 2 gauge. During your turn, this card on the field cannot be destroyed. It cannot be rested by your opponent's card effects. Overthrow. At the start of your attack phase, drop a hand card, call a Thunder Empire monster from your deck by paying its cost, and shuffle your deck for this turn. Then for this game, cards on your field get plus 10,000 power, plus 1 critical, another permanent stat boost card. And then is Penetrate, triple attack. He is pretty good. Kind of boring, but
well. I see baloney strats coming out of me right now. Use Dragification, right?
Okay.
Because then it allows you to use another overthrow, right?
Yeah.
You use Abigail's. You get that bots into the soul. Use its overthrow. Now your opponent has a permanent debuff, and you have a permanent buff. New deck strat. Go out there, buddy fighters. Design.
Someone asked if there was anything for 72 pillars in the set, and that immediately made me sad because no, there's not a single card for 72 pillars in this set. So, yeah, we're going to sign off now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was playing the little violin for you.
Ah.
Well, make sure to subscribe. Hit the bell to get the notifications, though. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord if you want to keep talking about this set or other sets if you're paying attention on Buddy Spoiler. Thanks again to Buddy Spoiler for having all these cards available for us. I already said the Patreon thing in the shop, which you can still check out on the link below. Any final words from you, Jacob?
Nope.
Good. And above all else, stay classy, y'all.
Thanks for listening to TCG Buzz. New episodes can be found on tcgbuzz.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. For box openings, deck profiles, and more, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.